You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and Nightwish Army. Welcome back. Thank you guys for being here for the Nightwish New Year's. We are finishing Buenos Aires today, and this is Ghost Love Score with the outro and credits. Bittersweet End. This is one of my favorite songs from Nightwish. This is the end of the concert itself. We're very excited to see what you guys vote for how we're going to move forward with Nightwish in general. And let's finish this off with a good old dance. Here we go.
Siren from the tear came to me, sang my name, my love. Still I write my songs about that dream of mine, worth everything I may ever be. Child will be born again, that Simon carried him to me.
Hell yeah, and poo! You got a crowd. was amazing.
We are going to die, and that makes us the lucky ones.
We're the lucky ones, y'all.
Most people are never going to die because they're never going to be born. The potential people who could have been here in my place, but who will in fact never see the light of day, outnumber the sand grains of Sahara. Certainly those unborn ghosts include greater poets than Keats, scientists greater than Newton. We know this because the set of possible people allowed by our DNA so massively exceeds the set of actual people. In the teeth of these stupefying odds, it is you and I, in our ordinariness, that are here. We privileged few who won the lottery of birth against all odds. How dare we whine at our inevitable return to that prior state from which the vast majority have never stirred?
What a concert.
He's like, it's not.
And boom. Just love them. Nice shot.
Love that.
Wow.
Canadian pipes.
Eulalian pipes, low whistles, bouzouki, guitars and vocals, Troy. You're working overtime and we love it.
Yes.
There is grandeur in this view of life, with its several powers having been originally breathed into a few forms or into one. And that whilst this planet has gone cycling on according to the fixed law of gravity, from so simple a beginning, endless forms most beautiful and most wonderful have been and are being evolved.
So perfect.
It is. Love it. Endless forms, most beautiful and most wonderful, are being evolved.
And that was their decades. So what an awesome way to end it.
Love that.
They're gonna keep the party going that night.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I actually really liked how they separated the greatest show on earth and then got to throw in Ghost Love Score in the mix of that just to have that ending outro in the credits. I thought that actually worked really nice, and it was a way to change it up for a lot of people that probably had heard of those songs already before. So instead of just hearing as you naturally would hear in this Decades tour, it's kind of nice that they changed it up a bit to see how they continue to still evolve. And they keep thinking of ways to make it a little more different. And that's what I really love about Nightwish. And you guys always mention that they're always on another live performance. Something is different about the song.
Yes.
Right? And you can notice it.
And that's also why a lot of you guys have been requesting specific versions and venues of the songs because they change them up so much.
They do.
Like doing a false stop here or there, different things.
Even how she's found Ghost Love Score there, right?
Just throwing those little artistic twists on it that's different than the album studio version.
Yeah.
I love what you said about changing it up. So like it was like almost like a 20-minute outro or longer.
It was insanely amazing.
Insanely amazing because they started with Richard Dawkins, ended with Richard Dawkins, but they got Ghost Love Score in there, and it just
carry on top
so much.
And hey, at least you guys get to see it all one day, so that's the beauty.
Yes. So like something I have to mention, like on Ghost Love Score, because there's just so much going on, and these are some longer songs that they have.
It's impressive. It goes everywhere.
So impressive. So on my first reaction to this, I actually loved Ghost Love Score. It was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Part of the reason is because it has that metal. It also has like a sea shanty vibe in
sure
the middle
does.
of it.
Yep.
And I love my sea shanties, which is why I also loved Islander so much.
Oh, we love Islander too. We'll throw that up there too.
Definitely throw that one up there. And so having that, something that I noticed when they were doing part of the transition, Empu came in and then managed to even get a thumbs out and a thumbs up and a smile out on a rest beat and then keep going. Like that's
what a performer.
Amazing he is.
Yeah, he is so on point and he knows how to improvise correctly.
Yeah, and he's able to play with the crowd. Yeah. So that was something that I really wanted to bring up just because we talk about Empu a lot because I love him. I think he is the most amazing soul and spirit and how he just plays with people and just has fun.
Because everyone sang his solo so perfectly and so loud and like you could tell he was so happy while he was playing that because there's nothing like when you play guitar and you play the same rhythm with someone, it adds to it because it's just more volume, and then you get to play your solo when everyone's humming it with you. That's like something you can't even explain. Probably.
So he's so elevated. In his moment there on stage and in his
elevated from
performance and everyone who's there with him. So watching him get that thumbs up, continue going, right on a rest beat, perfect timing, perfect everything, just shows you where he's at.
Yeah.
And then they did that transition. They had the backtrack of the orchestra.
And that was coming out very clear this time.
Very clear this time. And so I actually heard it sounded like the tuba and then a French horn going off together. So the deep bass was like the bum 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 bum. I don't know.
Of course, that's the.
But it went in and how it came down, and then that same beat was also repeated in the bass line, continuing in that second part of the song.
I love it.
And oh my goodness, it was just so phenomenal. There was a couple times. There's actually one time I thought they were going to end.
Right. Okay.
And then it didn't end. Kept going, and then it gave you that satisfaction, and then it ended, and then it went into the back into Greatest Show on Earth with Richard Dawkins.
Yes, with the outro there, and what a smooth transition again. And it just works, and like what he says, and that's when he's saying exactly what's out of the Charles Darwin book, I believe, is especially on that last thing he says. That's like verbatim, I'm pretty sure, from the actual book. And it actually does add so much to it because it gives you so much awe. And like we have a new life coming right now, and just thinking of the odds for Oliver to be coming right now and how close it is to it. It's amazing. It's awe-inspiring, and it's nerve-wracking too, because it is such like a miracle, right?
It is. And so I actually had written down what was being said at that point, because I wanted to mention it.
Right.
And it's we who get to die are the lucky ones, for we're the ones who got to live.
Exactly. Well said, right?
Right. And it's so well said.
Yeah.
And
no kidding.
like, so I had to write that down, because that's such a powerful thing, because the odds of just
you being
everything,
here, everyone,
the lucky ones who get to live, the lucky ones who get to
return back to the dust,
spend a millennia searching for the answer of how a single grain of sand was formed. Those are the lucky ones.
Yeah,
so it's like having that combination, it just...
And we were made from that sand. Isn't that amazing, y'all? Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. And I've just blown away with this. One more thing with Empu and Floor. Right,
of course. You have to. And she got to do
the guitar, and he just held the chord, and she's like, dun, 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 dun.
Because let's be honest, I bet every single performer like who's like in there wants to do a little bit of drumming if they're a guitarist. And if they're a guitarist, want to do a little bit of singing, like... It's all, so when she gets to come in and just do the fun part at the end, because that is just a bunch of noise sometimes. So like that's when she gets to come in and have fun, and Empu's allowing her to have that moment
and
too.
Being able to play with each other again, because that just elevates them. It's at the end. Have your fun.
Pure joy this band
pure
gives
joy. You. And just seeing them all together and their interactions is just joyful. So I love it so much.
I love that crowd, and it makes me want to go to South America so badly.
Yes. Oh, yes, me too.
And what's really cool, and something that you mentioned, which I wanted to mention to everyone else, is when we watched the story time where they were making Alpha like help them do their basement and all that.
Yes.
They had the three time zones, and they had Finland for obviously where they were from, and they had Shanghai on one side and Buenos Aires on the other side. So it really means a lot to them. As they say, they always like to go back. So I thought it was really cool that you mentioned that before the video, and I wanted to make sure that got in, because it is just cool to know this was such a moment, because if you did watch it, this Decades tour is their evolution, and you got to see everything and got to really see where their heads were at as they're moving forward. And it's really cool. I'm really excited that we finished this, and we hope you guys had an amazing time with us. If you did, hit that like button for us. If you have not subscribed yet, consider hitting that subscribe button, and also hitting that notification if you guys want to make premieres moving forward. We always have a good time there, and the community is continuing to grow there. You got anything else before we head out, honey?
I think we're good. This was phenomenal. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah.
Peace and love now.
God bless y'all.
Bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special shout out to all of our patrons and YouTube members. We appreciate all of your support.